sitting in my seat is Sparky. I guess he is ready to get going today. He is excited. Okay? Let me get Sparky out of the seat so we can get to the lesson. How's that sound? Alright? Hold on a second. He's really liking this music. Okay? He's a dancer. I have found out. He loves to dance. Okay, this is pretty cool music. Alright, so we're going to pause this. Sparky, can we do our lesson now? Yeah. Okay. So, can you tell everybody hello? Hello? Okay. Can I set you down for a second? Okay. Alright, so I will see you in just a minute. Okay, he's ready. Alright, so how is everybody doing? I hope you've had a chance to open up your packet, take a look at it, kind of get yourself familiarized with it. Like I said, today is lesson 1, and in your VBS packet that you got, if you want to follow along with this, you can. Everybody should have a packet. I will tell you that you're going to notice that on the front of that packet, there was the instruction sheet, and then day 4. Well, I copied that because if you scroll through your packet here that has the lessons in it, the life application page got messed up. I noticed that when I stapled them together. So I just went ahead and recopied day 4 and attached it to your packet with the instructions sheet on there, okay? And then like I said, there was the guidelines on there, or the ideas that you can do. So make sure that you are looking at those to get your name entered into more chances to win the Sparky here, because Sparky really wants to go home with somebody. And so there was different ways you can post or tag a picture of you doing one of your lessons and tag Heart Baptist Church in it. The other way is to take one of the songs from your CD, make up your own dance to it, and you can post that and tag it. There was also you doing one of your craft or science projects, and you can tag Heart Baptist Church. If everybody that does that will get another chance into it. And I may be posting a thing in the middle of the week, maybe on Wednesday, that I'll give you an extra chance to get your name entered into the drawing for Sparky, okay? So Sparky is going to lay down here for a second, take a little nap. I heard him flying around a lot last night, so I think he needs a good nap, because I don't think he went to bed like he was supposed to. Did you, Sparky? Yeah, I didn't think so. I heard him. All right, so today's lesson is about 3 gentlemen in the Bible, and they had very strong faith, okay? So we're going to talk about them, and these are fun names to say. So we're talking about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in today's lesson. There's going to be some motions that go along with this lesson, and I'm going to show you those motions and some things that you'll do while I read the story to you. So, like I said, let's say their names a couple times. So we're going to say Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Ready? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Let's do it one more time. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay? So, in the story, when I'm reading the story, and you will see me, I will point like this, and you're going to say Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Say it one time when I point. So let's try it. When I point, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And if you kind of say it fast, you get a little bit of a rhythm going. There's also motions that go with this. So when you say Shadrach, you're going to cover your heart. So you say Shadrach. When you say Meshach, you point to your brain, and when you say Abednego, you're going to do prayer. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay, let's try that one more time. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay, so let's jump into our story here. And the first time we'll take it kind of slow, and then if you can speed it up, then you speed it up as I go, as I point to you, okay? So in today's Bible story about 3 men of faith who knew the truth about God's power and love. These men were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And it says, I need your help telling this story. I will tell part of the story. Then when I signal, you will chant Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And there are simple motions that I showed you, which I will show you, like I said, that you must do as you chant their names. All right? So Shadrach was known for his strong heart, okay? He had a lot of heart in everything that he did. So that's why we cover our heart. Meshach thought a lot with his brain. He was very thoughtful. So that's why we're going to point to our brain for Meshach. And then Abednego was very prayerful, okay? So that's why we pray for Abednego. All right, so here we go. You ready? So once there was a king named Nebuchadnezzar who ruled in Babylon so long ago. And in that land, there were 3 faithful people, okay? Ready? So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, okay? The king made a towering gold statue and ordered everyone to bow down low. But the 3 men would not bow to worship the idol. Ready? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. When the king found out about their actions, he ordered them again. But they said, what? No! And so he made it known that they must be punished. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He had them thrown into a fiery furnace and turned the flames as high as they would go. And dared they disobeyed what he had ordered. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Though the flames were fierce inside of the furnace, the men were filled with faith instead of woe. A messenger from God was right there with them. Okay? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The king was so amazed he freed them promptly. Their trust in God had made his own heart grow. He ordered everyone to respect the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay, even I get confused sometimes. The 3 men knew the truth of God's great power. 3 men had their faith and let it show. Even now, they are a great example. Here we go. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay? So, continue on. Nice, this story we just experienced about is one of God's great truth, okay? So, even during times, like I said, we did a lesson last week, and it was talking about, 2 weeks ago I think it was, we were talking about peer pressure. This is a great example in the Bible about peer pressure, okay? So, they were trying, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Everybody was told they had to follow Nebuchadnezzar, okay? That they had to follow him, that was the way to do it because he was the king. But these guys knew that worshiping what? False idols was not with God's will, okay? They knew better than that. They weren't going to do it, and they refused. So did they follow peer pressure or not follow peer pressure? No, they did not follow peer pressure. They stayed with their faith, okay? And they used their heart, they used their mind, and they prayed about it and realized that it was not a good choice for them to do this. And so they stood up. And what happened when they stood up to it and they wouldn't do it? Right, the king saw that God honored them and protected them. And so the king was amazed by this, Nebuchadnezzar was, and so he ordered that people follow Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's God, okay? So it says right here, it says, think of a time when you were in a group of people who were doing or saying things that didn't feel right or felt bad. Did you feel pressure to act and talk the way that they did so that you wouldn't be left out? And I think if we're honest, we can all say this. We've all, been under peer pressure from our friends and had them, we wanted to fit in with a certain group of people, so we just went along with what they did, even though we knew in our heart that it wasn't a good thing to do, okay? We've all done it. Adults do it, kids do it, everybody does it. At some point or another, sometime we're like, well, we're just gonna go with the flow because it's easier, okay? And does God want us to do that? Is that a good way to honor God? No. He wants us to be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and use our hearts, use our brains, use our faith, and pray about it to see which direction we should go and what we should do, okay? It says the Bible doesn't promise that if we follow God's way that nothing bad will ever happen. But hear ye this, the Bible does promise over and over again that God is with us no matter what. God's love never leaves our side. That is simple. Beautiful truth that we can all believe in. All right? So, that is pretty much today's lesson, okay? That's the lesson. So let's look. Now I'm going to grab Rayleigh's packet. This is Rayleigh's packet right here. So let's look in this. And if you look in your packet, if you've got everything out and with you, okay? Excuse me just a second, I'm going through here. Okay, so if you look in your packet, yours may say preschool, and it may say older elementary, okay? So what you need to do is after you've listened to this story, you need to open up your packet here, your activity book, and we are going to turn to our page, okay? So right here, it has our book, okay? Now I will tell you that is my mistake, and I've just noticed that it says to use the stickers. But what you can do, since you don't have the stickers in there to go with it, what I would do is that I would draw Meshach. What was their names? Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego in here, okay? And draw them in the fiery furnace right there, all right? So that is what I would do for this, all right? Then on your next one, and I don't have the older elementary, so I think a lot of these are pretty much the same. They may vary a little bit different. It says, find and circle 10 differences between the two scenes, okay? So you can look between the two pictures right here, and then you need to circle the different things, what is different in each picture, okay? So like one thing I can look at right here, one of the guys doesn't have what on. If you look at these two pictures, what can you see? This one doesn't have mittens, does he? Okay, but this one does. So those are different, okay? So there should be 10 things in the picture that is different, all right? Section 1, there's also another page. And like I said, I haven't looked, I don't have the older elementary book with me. But then this one here, it says, find and color all the items that begin with the letter T. The word truth begins with the letter T. So you just need to go through here and find the things, okay? So this is in your activity book. Like I said, I forgot to get the stickers. That's my fault. But you can still do this page. Just draw them in there. And then maybe draw some other stuff, what you think it looked like, okay? So if you look back here in this picture and you can faintly see it, who is that that's protecting them from the fiery furnace? Yeah, it's Jesus back there, okay? He's protecting them, or God protecting them from the furnace, okay? From them getting burned up in the furnace. All right, so the other thing that you have in your packet, if you're following along with me, that is on page 2, it starts, and it's the armor of God. And we'll get into that lesson a little bit later. But this packet here, this book is just an extra activity book that you can do with the lessons that will give you some other Bible activities and things like that. All right? The other thing, if you look in your packet, you're gonna see there is a thing of Play-Doh in a Ziploc bag with a candle. Parents, if you are watching this with your child, and children, if you're watching this by yourself, you will need to grab your parents and have them help you with this, okay? So all the instructions are in here. So this is what goes with day 1, our lesson right here, okay? So this is called water suction. And you're gonna take your Play-Doh, you're gonna get a plate, just like a dinner plate. You're gonna get like a mason jar, or if you have like a glass vase, something like that. You need that, and you need 3 pennies, and then a little bit of water, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open your Play-Doh, and you're gonna get a little bit of it out, okay? And you're gonna form a little ball and stick that in the middle of your plate, and then you're gonna put your candle in the center of that on your plate. And then your vase is gonna go over the top of that, and then you put your pennies on the plate and put a little bit of water, okay? And your parents are gonna light this candle, and you're gonna watch the water and see what happens, okay? So if you are watching this video, and you can post, your parents can send it to me. You can go on the Heart website if you want to post on there what happened to the water when you did this experiment. I'll put your name in there 3 extra times to win Sparky, okay? So why would we be talking about, why would we be doing a candle today? Tell me what the significance of this candle is. You'll see in the experiment what happens, but what is one significance? We talked about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego being in what? Right, the fiery furnace, okay? So we have the flame, and you're gonna see what happens when you do your experiment. This is pretty cool, all right? So guys, that is day 1. That is the lesson. So I hope you have fun with it. Like I said, everything should be in your packet with the instructions and all that on how to do this, okay? So, like I said, make sure to post those pictures. Make sure to post what you're doing. I want to see some music, some dancing, all of that stuff. I'm reaching down here, I'm sorry. I'm putting this in Rayleigh's bag so I can keep it all together so we can do her stuff a little later. But if you have any questions at any time, feel free to message me, feel free to email me, feel free to call me, and let me know. I hope you all enjoy this week. And like I said, until I see you again, I will post a new video tomorrow, which will be session 2. And we will see what we learn then, okay? So I'm going to close out with this cool music, okay? And I think Sparky is starting to kind of wake up a little bit. He's ready. All right, Sparky. We'll have to keep dancing later, okay? Can you tell him bye? Okay, he is ready. He is ready for tomorrow, but we will see you later. You all have fun, enjoy this, and thank you for watching, okay? See you later. Bye.